Hello, the purpose of this video is to show you how to take all of the course content that you might have in a semester 1 course and then transfer that content into a semester 2 course. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So first of all, my semester 2 course is here and there's nothing inside of it. So what I'm going to do is go back to my semester 1 course where I have all my course content, and I'm going to import material from semester 1 into semester 2. So if I go into my semester 1 course, you'll see I have quite a bit of things on the left-hand side of the navigation bar. Since I'm in the test instance, sometimes my pictures don't show up, but if I go to modules, I have all kinds of course content in here: agendas, getting started, domain 1, module 1, stuff like that. And then I also have a couple of settings that are in this course that will be transferred over as well. So this is all the material that you're eventually going to see appearing inside of semester 2. So let's get started. I'm going to go over to my semester 2 course where I have 0 content, and I'm going to go into that particular course and click on settings. Once I click on settings, inside my new course, my semester 2 course, I can go down to import content into this course. And what happens when I push that button is it takes me to an import content area, and I can go ahead and select one. I'm going to copy an entire Canvas course in this case. And if you know that you want all of the content in the course, you can go ahead and select all content. However, I would probably select specific content just to see what it is that if there's anything that you don't want to have over there. So for me, I'm going to type in Sandbox Jeffers. For you, you'll probably just have a list of all your different courses here. So I'm going to select my first semester one. I'm going to choose select specific content in this case, and go ahead and push import. Once I push import, then nothing actually happens. It's just kind of waiting in a queue, asking me to select the content that I want to import. So I do have to push that select content button. And basically this is my entire course in a list here, my semester 1 course. So if I want to take over all the modules, I can select modules here, or I can use this drop-down menu next to it, and I can see all the different modules I want. Now if there's something I know I don't want in there, I can, for example, just check the things I do want and then uncheck anything that I don't want. So right now these 4 modules would come across and the other ones would not. So what I'm going to do in this case though is I'm going to just check the box at the top, and it's going to bring over every single module with me. Now any modules that also that have assignments in them and that kind of thing, it's going to bring all those things over too. So if you decided in here, for example, all the assignments for me that are inside of a module are already going to be pulled over. But if I want to be extra cautious, I can select all the assignments areas too, and then that will bring over any assignments that were not inside of modules and bring everything over. Any of these quizzes, you saw that quizzes was selected and discussion topics was selected. That means that some of those things were actually considered to be assignments. That's why they're checked already. So if I go ahead and check the entire thing, it's going to bring them all in. I can check this one too, discussion topics. It'll bring everything in. If I want to bring over all of my my content pages, I can select all of those if I want. And basically you just kind of keep going down the line. If you don't, if you want everything, you can just check it all. And I would also select your learning outcomes as well, and files. The big one to make sure you do select though is this course settings. If you check course settings, that means all of your gradebook information and so on and so forth is going to come over as well. So check what you need. A lot of people will just do copy entire course right from the start. And then if you do that, every single thing is inside of that particular second semester course, and you can decide to delete things if you want. So if you're not sure what you want, you can bring over the entire thing, and then eventually you can just delete things if you don't want to use them. So go ahead and push select content. When you push that select content, then it's going to take all of that course material, and you'll see it says queued right away, and it's in the process of taking that information over into semester 2. So now it's running that process, and I'll come back when that is finished. Okay, now that it shows that my import is done, I'm going to go ahead and check things out. I can see already that my navigation bar has changed and is placed in the same order as my previous course. And if I go ahead and click on modules, then that's just one of the things that I have. If I see there, I have all the same content in there, my agendas, my getting started, my domain 1, module 1, all that stuff is in there. Looks like my assignments are going to be all in there as well. That seems to be turned on. And I can see all the different assignments I have. I also have my assignment groups were placed into there, my life and career skills, my summative and all that kind of stuff. So you would want to double check that just to make sure it's happening. If I go ahead and click on outcomes, All the outcomes that I had for my semester 1 course are all inside there, so they've been pulled over into my semester 2 course, so that's one thing to check. Another thing to check is to see if the course itself has brought over the correct grading scheme. So when I go in here, it says enable grading scheme. View grading scheme, looks like secondary traditional came over, so my grading scheme is already set up for me, and I don't have to worry about that. So if I go into grades, just go ahead and check my grade book to see how that came in. My gradebook has come over as well. I don't have any students in this particular course, but I'm looking at all the different assignments. The assignments have come over, which is pretty great. So those are already in place. And then my assignment categories are in place as well, which is really neat. So we can go ahead and click on a particular assignment just to see what the details look like. When I click on one of those, my due dates, my rubrics all came in, which is great. So those are all ready to go for my second semester. And then my assignments are already created as well. So I can go in and edit those assignments if need be. One thing to be aware of though is that you can see all my course content is published in this case. So if you do not want all of that course content published right away when you see your second semester kids, go ahead and just uncheck some of these modules and make sure that you unpublish the information so that it doesn't show up for them immediately upon entering your course on the first day of second semester. So when you do pull in that information, it is all published. So you do have a little bit of work to do as far as just unchecking those initial clouds. If you uncheck those clouds at the top, that means that any of the stuff beneath it that still is published, the students will be able to see it if they go into assignments or pages or discussions, but they won't actually be able to view it or work on it because those things are stuck inside of an unpublished module. So hopefully that helps you out. There are some instructions that are available on Canvas, which I'll be including in here. This tells you basically how to do what's inside this video, and you can get a hold of that too. If you have questions, please let me know.